Fucks. What are they? And why do we give so many of them? As modern women, do we even have any more fucks to spare? And why do we just give them away? Are we so rich in fucks that we can just toss them about willy-nilly? Well, tonight you'll learn what fucks are for, how to stop hemorrhaging them, and what you should be spending your fucks on. So let's get started, shall we, on our journey to stop giving a fuck. So what are fucks, really? Are they just the little things that stress you out? That you pay more attention to you than you should? No. Fucks are those little nagging insecurities at the back of your mind that make you doubt yourself. They're all the little lessons that you've absorbed from all of the insecure people around you, making you wonder if what you're doing is right, and making you care what other people think of you. Fucks are an insidious plague on your self-esteem. We give fucks for many reasons. Because we've been taught to, because we've been shamed for being ourselves in the past, and because we see others around us and think we need to be just like them in order to be accepted. But when you give a fuck, you give up a little part of yourself. The part of yourself that has needs that aren't being met by the squares of the world. And yes, giving fucks is financially free. Fucks don't cost US dollars, but the true cost of giving all your fucks away is never feeling like you're good enough, no matter what you do. No matter how you try to contort yourself into socially acceptable shapes to win the approval of others. So, here is how to stop giving a fuck. Embrace your imperfections. One reason that we give so many fucks is that we want to be above reproach. We want to be so good, so smart that no one can criticize us. But none of us are perfect, not even the people you're giving your fucks away to. So, lean into your so-called flaws. You'll probably discover that most of your flaws are actually strengths and want to celebrate them instead of run away from them. Those few extra pounds or that one wonky ear that sticks out too much, those are you just as much as your stunning smile and your gorgeous shiny hair. This one comes with a caveat, but learning to identify when you're actually wrong. We're all wrong sometimes, but when you can admit it and work on the things you can change and grow from it, you're in a better position to not exceed your fuck budget than when you get defensive. However, if someone tells you that you are wrong, don't just accept their word as fact. Ask them more questions and do your own research too. Don't just beg for forgiveness. It sounds hollow. Actually learn how to learn from your mistakes. There's no need to beat yourself up about not being perfect. You don't need permission to do you. Whatever choice you make, there will always be haters. It doesn't matter if it's a small personal choice like wearing a color your aunt doesn't like on you, or a big public choice like announcing your single status to the world with a big solo wedding. Other people will always have opinions. You don't need to have a signed permission slip from anyone but yourself to do the things that fulfill you and make you feel like the best version of yourself. As long as you're not breaking any laws or harming someone else, keep doing what you're doing. Do the things that make you happy, but really happy. You do not have to choose something just because it's popular. And you do not have to eliminate things in your life or go without something in order to put on appearances that you are a great person. Because chances are, you are a good person. It's okay to do your own thing, even if it's not popular, even if everyone else thinks you should be doing it or enjoying it. And don't waste your time on shit that doesn't actively contribute to your well-being. Say no. Mean it. Get good at it. When you draw boundaries like, no, I don't want to, I already said no, or stop touching my ass, people will get mad. But that's not a you problem. That's a them problem. They are mad that you are standing in their way, the way of them getting what they want from you. But saying no doesn't just piss off people that want you to say yes. Saying no gives back to you. It gives you a sense of power, a sense of peace. Start giving a fuck about setting, enforcing, and protecting your own boundaries, and stop giving a fuck about pleasing other people and doing things that make you uncomfortable. Stop comparing yourself to others. I am on my own path. And my coworker Jenny, way over there, she's on her own different path. Jenny has 3 kids, and I don't have any. Jenny has a brand new Tesla, and I have an older Honda Fit. Jenny just got Botox and my forehead still moves. And that's great. But I don't have to swim across the lake to get on Jenny's path just because my cousin Peggy thinks I should be more like Jenny. Success and happiness mean different things to different people. Jenny, with all her traditional societal markers of success, might feel like a failure on the inside, while child-free me over here might feel great about being able to make the choice about what I do with my own body and not give any fucks about cars. Although it would be nice to not have to fill up at the gas station and support big oil. So, stop comparing yourself to Jenny or Peggy or Insta influencers or anyone else for that matter. Stop giving a fuck about what's happening in your neighbor's yard and start reserving those fucks for your own happiness. So, that's what you shouldn't give a fuck about. So what can you give fucks for? That will vary from individual to individual, but you should only give your fucks to things that are actually important. The end of Roe and the fight for women's bodily autonomy, that's worth giving a fuck about. Telling that guy who keeps asking you for your number over and over and over again that no is a full sentence and you're not a bitch is worth some fucks. Give a fuck about things that keep you safe and sane. The next time someone asks you to give a fuck by dictating what society says is right, or feel ashamed for something about yourself that you know deep down is one of your strengths, what will you do? Will you hand over your fucks freely? Or will you stop that fuck transaction in its tracks and stop giving a fuck? You have the power to control who gets your fucks and where you give them. Your fucks are a precious, non-renewable resource. Only spend them on things that you truly value, things that add to your life, and things that you know are worth fighting for.